To the Christians, I have this to say. Do you know why Allah Azza blame you even as He praise you of being humble and not arrogant? It is because you reject His messenger, you reject Muhammad sallallahu alayhi wasallam. Allah Azza is saying, أَوَلَمْ يَكْفِهِمْ أَنَّ أَنزَلْنَا عَلَيْكَ كِتَابًا يُتْلَى عَلَيْهِمْ. Is it not sufficient for you to read the Quran and know that this book cannot be written by Muhammad? The Quran is sufficient for you. Allah Azza is saying in chapter of Yunus, وما كان هذا القرآن أن يفترى من دون الله ولكن تصديق الذي بين يديه. This book is not written, it's not fabricated from other than Allah. In fact, it is confirming the books that came before it, the Torah and the Gospel. And if you read the Old Testament and the New Testament and the Final Testament, the theological aspects are all compatible. They are the same. If you read the book of Deuteronomy, chapter 6, verse number 4, it says, "Hear, O Israel, the Lord our God, the Lord is one." And a scribe came and asked Jesus Christ in the book of Mark, chapter 12, verse number 29. He says, "What is the first commandment?" Then Jesus Christ replied to him, he said, "The most important commandment is, Hear, O Israel, the Lord our God, the Lord is one." And if you read the chapter of Baqarah in the Quran, Allah is saying, Allahu la ilaha illa huwa al-hayyul qayyum. Allah, there is no any other God except Him. The messages are compatible, and Allah is saying, one thing to know about Muhammad is that he brought this Quran, yet he is illiterate. He has never learned from anywhere. Allah is saying in chapter of Ankabut, the Quran, وَمَا كُنْتَ تَتْلُو مِنْ قَبْلِهِ مِنْ كِتَابٍ وَلَا تَخُطُّهُ بِيَمِينِكَ. You have never read any book before it, and you have never learned how to write. So if somebody who has never gone to school, somebody who had never had a teacher can bring a Quran, Allah is also bringing the challenge that if you think that this book is written by Muhammad, who is illiterate, then bring the like of it. Nobody has ever met this challenge. Allah is saying that Muhammad cannot be able to bring a book like this. In fact, he is illiterate. Allah is the one who brought this book to him. This is a challenge. They were his enemies at that time. Since then, they had this challenge that Muhammad is illiterate, and they were eager to discredit him. Yet nobody has ever mentioned that this statement is not true. They all believe that he is illiterate, yet he is able to come with it. And the most important thing to note about Muhammad his uniqueness is that he is the only one who makes it an article of faith to believe in Jesus Christ. No religion have this belief that Muhammad that Jesus Christ must be believed and must be loved. It is an article of faith that every Muslim must believe in Jesus Christ 100% and must love him and must honor him. And if he failed to do that, he is not a Muslim. Now, is it not sufficient for you to know that Muhammad is a messenger of God? Is it not sufficient for you to read the Quran and know that this book is from the word of Allah?